TIFU by hooking up with a guy who has a girlfriend. I want to preface this by saying I did not know. Sorry, the story is long. For reference, I am a female first-year college student at a coastal college in the eastern US. I was walking downtown one Friday night with my friends after leaving a music venue, drunk, when I made eye contact with a guy for an abnormally long time, at least 10 seconds. I noticed he was cute and perhaps a little too old for me, but I was feeling bold, so I walked up to him and asked for his Snapchat. He muttered, "I'm from Germany, though." I told him I didn't mind and wanted to get to know him. He agreed, and we exchanged Snapchats. For a few days, he didn't reach out, so I figured he wasn't interested. But eventually, he did reach out, and we began talking frequently. We started sharing details about our lives, and I began to feel a sense of closeness to him before we even met again. One night, he asked me to hang out with him and his friends before he left for another city in the US. I happily accepted. However, he is 23, and so are all of his friends, so he suggested bar hopping. Long story short, I got my fake ID taken, which was extremely embarrassing, but he decided to come back to my dorm with me. We talked for a while and eventually, we had sex, some of the best, might I add, and we did it multiple times. We spent the whole night sharing so much about our lives and being vulnerable with each other. He left the next morning for his flight to the next US city on his list. I felt a little sad, but was content, realizing it was a one-night thing and I shouldn't become obsessed. I knew he probably did this with a lot of girls. He was very attractive, and I knew other girls were drawn to him, too. I expected him not to reach out much while on his tour, and he didn't for a lot of it. But he would occasionally send me pictures of places he visited, or text to ask how I was doing. He eventually told me he planned to make a detour back to see me. Excited, I agreed, and we arranged for him to stay the night. When he arrived, he greeted me with a necklace he bought me, matching his. We talked in depth about our lives and futures, and we had sex multiple times again. We stayed up until around 4 in the morning just talking. It was very intimate. When we woke up, he watched me get ready, complimenting me and kissing me between steps of my morning routine. Before he left, he pulled me back into bed and told me to never settle for less, saying that whoever ends up with me is an extremely lucky man. He mentioned wanting to fly me out to his home one day. It was a sweet moment that made me cry, as I had never heard such nice things before. Later that day, he removed me as a friend on Snapchat. I was upset, but realized this wasn't going to be a long-term situation, so I brushed it off as a cool meetup with an awesome person. This continued for about a month with no contact from either of us. Fast forward to last night. A guy added me on Snapchat, a name I didn't recognize, but I accepted anyway. To my shock, it was the German guy saying he missed me. I asked why he was contacting me from a different account. He then sent me paragraphs explaining that this was a fake Snapchat, that he has a long-term girlfriend back in Germany, and though they weren't doing well, he wasn't sure if he wanted to be with her. He said spending time with me was refreshing and special, but he didn't want her to find out, which is why he'd be using this fake account. I didn't say much. I told him that while I felt the same way, what he did was wrong, and I wasn't sure what to say. He said, "I know. Sleep well, and we will talk about this more in the morning." I'm not sure what there is to talk about. There's an ocean and a girlfriend dividing us, not like we're going to get married. But he was very special to me, and I'm ashamed to admit I do want to talk to him. The plot is so wild. He blocked me on Instagram, presumably so I can't find his girlfriend. I'll probably stop talking to him and write this off as a crazy thing that happened in college, but I am sad and feel guilty for the other girl in Germany. He was one of the most memorable people I ever met. TLDR, I met an older guy from Germany, we slept together and had 2 romantic nights. He bought me a necklace and shared intimate thoughts. Later, he contacted me from a fake account, claiming he has a girlfriend, but wants to keep talking to me privately. I feel guilty about the situation.
If you liked this video, make sure you hit the like button and comment down below your thoughts. Also don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more videos like this.